Most AI tools only make short clips, but today I'm going to show you a workflow that can turn one prompt into a full long-form YouTube video. I'm talking 3-minute videos, 5-minute videos, even 30-minute videos, which makes this one of the fastest shortcuts for starting a YouTube channel with AI in 2026. The tool we're using today is MagicLight AI. It's an all-in-one text-to-video generator, and it's more than just that because it's packed with top-tier AI features that make creating content easy. The platform is already used by 20 million registered users. You can create long-form monetizable YouTube videos and character-consistent reels, all with easy prompts. It also has built-in ways so that creators can start earning recurring commissions just by using the tool. New users get a free trial, and the link is in the description and the pinned comments. So go down there, sign up, and follow along. All right, so here's 3 reasons why you want to watch this video to the end. So first, this is long-form video on demand. This is perfect for beginners because the workflow is packed right inside of the tool. Beginners and pros can use this to launch a channel from scratch fast. Reason 2 is YouTube niche domination. MagicLight is built for this, so we're going to break down all the features that help you create YouTube-ready content that gets views. Reason 3 is not only can you monetize off-platform, but you can monetize on-platform. The new asset library lets you build reusable templates and sell them inside of the platform, turning your creations into passive income. So this is perfect for both the content creator and the entrepreneur. For those new here, I'm the avatar of John Kelly, one of the minds behind Digital Creator AI. We built this channel from scratch and just hit 100K plus. What we're all about is helping creators, solopreneurs, and anyone building an online brand master the best AI tools, workflows, and strategies. If that sounds like you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Before we dive in, if you're posting content on Instagram for your brand or your business, you need this tool. I designed a solution to automate my Instagram comments and DMs so I don't have to pay for expensive tools like ManyChat anymore. Just know that for a limited time, I'm letting people get access to this completely for free. The links are down in the description and the pinned comments. Try it out and let me know what you think. So the first thing I want you guys to do is head over to MagicLight AI and sign in. The free trial link is in the description and the pinned comments, so make sure to go down there and use that link. This is the dashboard you're going to see when you first log into MagicLight. They've done a really good job of keeping this UI clean and easy to understand. On the left sidebar, you have your home, my creations, the asset store, data analysis, earnings, and create. Up top at the right, you can see your credit balance. And yes, there is a free tier. Don't forget to go down to the links in the description and the pinned comments to get access to that. And I'll also talk about a way for you to stack free credits in a second. Now, in the center of the dashboard, you have your main creation modes. So this is where it gets fun. You have story to video. This is your flagship long form content creator. Think cinematic storytelling, up to 30-minute videos, multiple visual styles. And then you have the kids story video. And this is specifically designed for the kids content niche, which is, by the way, one of the most monetized niches on YouTube. These are all really great monetizable niches for YouTube specifically. For example, our next option here is the explainer video, and that's powered by GPT Image 2.0. It's great for educational content, how-to channels, that kind of thing. And then you have this one here, religious story. And we all know that religious story content pops off no matter on what platform you put it on. And I think with just these 4 here, it's a great starting point for any beginner that wants to learn how to create a faceless channel. These are 4 ways to begin. Now, you can get creative with this, right? Because we can always generate our own assets and tell our own stories with this tool. And it's packed with so many features that are going to help you make content much faster. For example, below here we have Magic Claw. We also have the music video option. We have image to video, AI character options. These are specialized tools, and we'll walk through how to use them or why you'd want to use them in a moment. Now below here, of course, we're going to dive into the templates. So let's scroll through here and check some of these out. A lot of viral style templates that you can just pick from and start using. If you hover over them, you actually get a preview of the content. They're using high quality video models, so the content comes out great. Templates are just a starting point. So the idea that you have this kind of laid out for you to create a visual like this or a story like this, but you can change up the characters, the background, the aesthetic is awesome. So dive into these, check these out. So let's start with the first workflow that, if used correctly, can build a YouTube channel for you from scratch. So let's click here here on story to video. We're going to click on create. Now we're going to see this input screen here, and in the prompt input box, in the center it says enter a story idea, paste a complete story script, or use ideas. So right away it's helping beginners to come up with ideas. If you click here on ideas, it will give you a bunch of options for you to start with. Let's look at these different ideas here and we can pick one. Select an option and then click on confirm, and it will paste that option here into the prompt input box. And then from here, we would check out these settings down here. But if you wanted, you could always start with a simple prompt like this one here. It says a warrior who loses everything and has to rebuild, and the AI will handle the full script for you. It'll build it out for you. And if you already have a script, you can actually just paste it in here. You can paste up to 12,000 characters inside of the input box. Now let's look at some of these settings down here at the bottom because they're really important. First, you have the style option. So if we click this and if we scroll through here, you'll see that there are a bunch of different options to pick from. So for our warrior piece, maybe we select this one here, GPT image. I'm going to pick this. So I've selected my visual style, but if we come over here and we click this, we can see that these are the story models. So based on the model you select, it will affect the output. As you can see, they are the top models. So you have GPT-4, GPT 5.5, DeepSeek V4, Claude Opus, GPT 5.4, Gemini, Quen. You've got Gemini 3, GPT 5, Claude Opus 4.6, GPT 5.3, and it gives you a breakdown of why you might want to use these. So like if we scroll up, we can see that here it says think deeper, create faster for Claude. For DeepSeek, it says long story logic, stronger detailed memory. For now, I'm going to leave it on GPT-4 because I think this is good enough for what we're doing. If you're a beginner, just go with what it's giving you for now. Let's come over here to the language. There are multiple languages you can pick from. You also have the aspect ratio here next to that. You have 16:9, which is perfect for YouTube, and 9:16, which is perfect for Reels and Instagram. We have this settings button here. If we click on this, this allows you to select the voiceover. So if we click here, it will give us options to pick from different voices. Now, if we scroll up, you'll see that the list of voices is very long, and these are all high quality voices. You can see that it's powered by 11 Labs. Tools like this will also save you money because you won't have to pay for 11 Labs for the voices that you're just using for your content. You can have them all under one hood here inside of this tool. You can also do voice cloning. Now, this is very helpful for when you want to create content at scale. I've got different versions of my voice on different AI platforms that I use to create content, and this is something you could also save money on and do right inside of this tool. For now, I'm going to leave the settings as is with Ethan. Below the voices, we also have the option to select the background music. So if we click here, you'll see that we have a long list of different songs that we can pick from and use freely inside of our content. So let's close here. For now, I'm going to leave this with the voiceover as Ethan and the background music as creme brulee, what it has here. And let's check out the next option. Now, this is the real money maker here. A lot of tools will spit out short clips of content, or they'll build things for you as well. But this is really dialed in and focused on long form content, which if you pick the right niche on YouTube could be a game changer for a lot of you. It could help you start a brand or a business. So here you can see that we have 3 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, and even 20 to 30 minutes. Now, this is what I mean when I say get creative with these kinds of tools. If you can generate up to 20 to 30 minutes of controlled AI generated content, there's so many things you can do with that. Just think about it. You can create an animated series on YouTube. You can create an anime series. You could create a short film. For a lot of the tools I've used before, them not being able to generate this amount of content has been the deal breaker. So this is why this is so important, and I need to share it with you guys. You've also got the custom option. So if we click on custom, it lets us set a duration, set an amount of shots, and really just push this to the next level. For now, I'm going to leave it on auto, and we're going to hit next. So we're going to start with that simple prompt, a warrior who loses everything, and let's see what we get. I want to show you guys here the draft project view because this is where it gets fun. At the top, you can see now it's given us a synopsis. It says after his village is destroyed, Kling, so it's already given us a name for our character, which is the great part about this tool, right? It's built for this. So it says scene 1, interior day, shot 1, subtitles. It's given us the subtitles and the breakdown of all the shots. We scroll down, you'll see that it goes really into depth. And if you want to change anything here, you will be able to modify this and change this with the agent. So for now, I think this looks good. Let's just go to next. Now it's helping us build out our cast. It's generating our character. And if we want to add more characters, we can come here and click on more and add more characters. All right, so it looks like it's generated our character. Perfect. For the style I was going for, I think this character actually looks great. And if we click on it, it opens up a character library. So you still can always look through the character library that's built in here. And for now, let's come over to next, and I'm going to click next, and we're going to take that character and try to tell a story with it. So it's thinking like a content creator. You've got your content, you've got your cast, you've got your storyboard, and now we're moving over into the edit portion of this to help us really make this content ours. As you can see, it's analyzing the story, and we're going to give it a second and we'll see what we get. So now we can see the image in the center that is generated, and we can see the characters consistent. On the left, we have our panels, like the different images for our video. And if we click through them, you'll see it's done an amazing job at keeping the same character and telling the story of him losing everything and trying to survive, right? So if we go through here, we'll see that the visuals are top notch. So in total, it gave us 13 visuals. And if I wanted to generate this, remember our voiceover is Ethan. The voiceover speed, we can turn this up here. I'm going to turn it up to 1.1. On the right here, you have different poses that you can select. So if you select this, it will change the pose of the character. I'm going to scroll down here and let's look at these different poses, and it tells you what the pose is. So it says pressing hands together in front of face. I clicked one there, and let's see what it generates. It looks almost like a character from The Walking Dead. So I think I like our original shot better. But again, if you wanted to change any sort of position of the character, you can just click on one of these images and it'll regenerate the image, and you'll find them down here in the generation history. Over here to the right, you have this section that says on-screen characters. You can edit the character. You can also edit the prompt that's being used in this image. If we scroll through here, you'll see that it breaks down the visual that you're getting here in the generated image. You can always regenerate the images with the same prompt. If you don't like how this one came out, I would suggest just testing out another generation. And then down here, you have the option to either make this a dynamic animation or also add in voice effects. Here below the image, you can actually see the voiceover lines. So it says, Kling stood amidst the smoldering ruins of his life. The air tasted of ash and betrayal. His sword laid shattered near the charred remains of his home. Here's a tip. Just remove small things from this prompt and continue to play with this visual because the prompt's already optimized, right? So if we like all of our storyboard options and we don't want to change anything, I have 12 options. I may not generate them all, but you do have the option of animating all of them, or you can animate them one by one. So if we look at the image, you'll see there's a button that says animate. If you click this brings up the model selection, and here we can see all the powerful models that you can use to generate the visuals. And again, every model has a different type of output and costs more, right? So depending on what type of project you're working on or what you're trying to pull off, you could always use the top models like Seedance 2.0. You've got this lip sync model and lip sync 2.0. You have Seedance Lite, and you can see here the tokens are 120 per shot. Down here, you can see Seedance Pro, 300 per shot. MagicLight 1.0, which is MagicLight's model. 2.6 flash, storyboards and narratives, high-low. So yeah, there's a lot of different options. One that I like is VO 3.1 Lite because it's lightweight, cost efficient, and it generates videos with sound and with the VO 3.1 quality. You also have Kling 1.6, which is another model like this. It's classic, it's stable, and you also have, again, the top Kling models. So with these, I would suggest coming up with your concepts first with a lighter model, and then if you like kind of the story and the visual that you're building, you can use like Seedance 2.0 and create something really amazing. So this is the optimized workflow here. You can select them all and use one model to generate them, or you can select certain frames. So that way you save money and you just generate the best visuals with the highest quality models. Now, if you select Seedance 2.0, because you're generating 12 different shots, it ends up calculating that all for you down here. So what I suggest doing is first generating this with a light model and then using the heavier models to really create the masterpiece. So for now, let's not use Seedance 2.0 for all these images. Let's actually take another approach. I'm going to use VO 3.1 Lite, which is actually one of the cheapest VO 3.1 models available. So let's just use this, and I'm going to generate all the shots with VO 3.1 Lite, and let's see what we get. You can see that it's totally cut down the amount of tokens that it would cost to generate this. So this is like my first take on the story. Here it's telling me that it's animating the 12 images and how much it's going to cost me. I'm going to hit confirm here, and now let's wait for this video to generate. So here's another creative approach. Because I am a content creator and I've been doing this for a long time, if I have a long piece of content, I'm always thinking, how can I cut this up into smaller content to share on other platforms? Now, this is going to be a long form video. So on the left, we're going to have all the clips generated one by one. And what you could do is take these clips and separate them into smaller parts and maybe use that to tell a story on Instagram as well, right? You take this video, break it into a 3-part series, and you upload it as 3 separate posts. The idea is to leverage everything we can with this to remove friction from our workflows. It's moving pretty fast for generating 12 visuals. So I'm going to give it another minute. So just like that, we have our animated scene. So if I come over here to the left and I click on one of these and I want to download it to check it out and show it to you guys, there's an option here that says either copy, delete, or download. So what we want to do is just download this. Every model outputs differently, and you're going to learn that as you use tools like this. So VO 3.1 has done a great job of giving us a really good visual, but there's parts of it that are sort of off, like there with the smoke that just came out of his mouth. But if you cut the scene and you start it from here, you can still tell your story, right? That's actually what a lot of pros that use AI tools to generate content do. Here's our next visual of him picking up the flag. I think this is perfect. The idea is you don't have to edit all this. You don't have to do this on your own. It will generate all the visuals for you, and you'll be able to actually piece them all together. So if I click here, let's check out this next visual. So again, I used VO 3.1 because of the token price. So I actually have more opportunities to work on these scenes as well. So using a model like VO 3.1 Lite is actually a hack because it's on the cheaper side, but the visuals, if the images that you're using as reference are good, the visuals come out great. So you may need to regenerate it, but trust me that this is one of the best ways to really experiment with your projects. And like I said, you can use this as long form content, or you can also use this as short form content. And if we scroll through here, you'll see that there are some scenes that sometimes don't animate. And that's almost always because of the restrictions that a model could have, right? So if the visual is too graphic, it might block it. And because this is the story of a warrior, there was a graphic image there. But if you do have that problem, you can always come here and review the guidelines. So if you click on that visual, it'll tell you exactly why the animation failed. It says your input may contain sensitive content. Please review the guidelines. Any used credits will be automatically refunded. The great part about this is other tools will waste your credits. This tool does not, so you can always regenerate it again. And if you click on please review the guidelines, it'll show you exactly why this failed. So here it says this might happen if your image or the prompt used to create the animation contains famous people, inappropriate content. I think you guys get the picture. It gives you a quick how to fix it here. So regenerate any image that features no public figures and contain no appropriate or illegal content. You could literally just take this and add it to the prompt. If you used a prompt to create the animation, check if it includes any sensitive topics mentioned above. So save this and copy and paste it in there if you have any issues. But for now, what I want to do is maybe regenerate this and see if we can get another visual that we can work with. And it's just as simple as that. I clicked regenerate. Now I'm going to wait for the new visual to appear. And if I ever want to go back again, remember you have the generation history down here. And this could happen for a couple scenes, but that may mean that you either need to change the model or you need to regenerate the visuals so they're not so graphic. So like I said, all I had to do is change up the model, and now I've generated all my scenes. So they're all animated. Now that I have all the scenes, I'm going to come over here to next. And here, this is going to let us edit the content a little bit more. You can see that at the bottom here, we have options for different subtitles, which is great. And we also have the background music options. So if you click on one of these, you'll see that the subtitle in the preview here changes. For now, I'm going to leave it on the main subtitle option, and the background music here at the top. If we scroll through here, we'll see that there are a bunch of different songs that we can pick from, and we can also change the volume of the music. I have this creme brulee applied, and I think for now that's going to be fine. So now let's come up to the top right and let's click on generate. Here's the last step. We're going to select the aspect ratio. 16:9 is perfect, so we can use this for content on YouTube. You also have the option to do 4:3. You also have the video export resolution here, and I'm going to leave it on high, and let's click on OK. So our video's finished. In total, it's 1 minute and 29 seconds, and anything over 60 seconds on YouTube is considered long form. This could be much longer. As we saw earlier, the settings could be set to up to 30 minutes. So you could generate a full 30-minute piece of content the same way we did today and upload it directly to YouTube right through MagicLight. If you look on the right here, you can actually connect your YouTube. It shows you how many videos you can publish and your weekly publishing limit. Down here, you'll see that it has an optimized title, a summary, and hashtags automatically generated. So really, if your YouTube channel is connected, all you have to do is publish the post. Now, let's say we wanted to post this to the MagicLight platform. Here at the top, you can actually do that as well, and you can download the video. If we hover over download video, you can see here it says download contest video, download video no watermark, or download all images 12 photos. Again, it's giving you options to use that content in other ways. So I'm going to do download video no watermark for now.
Kalen stood amidst the smoldering ruins of his life. The air tasted of ash and betrayal. His sword lay shattered near the charred remains of his home. He knelt slowly, picking up a single scorched banner from the gray dust. The enemy had taken his kin. They had stolen his title, but they could not take his breath. He wrapped his hands in rough leather strips, his fingers numb from the biting frost. He sharpened a rusted blade against a jagged stone. The rhythmic screeching, the only song he knew. For weeks, the frozen woods became his sanctuary. He ate raw meat to survive and slept in the hollows of silent caves, becoming more beast than man. At midnight, he struck. He moved through the enemy outpost like a shadow cast by a dying fire. One by one, daggers silenced cries. Commander trembled. With a cold precision, Kalen reclaimed his father's signet ring from the man's dying hand. The gold felt heavy, a piece of his lost identity forged anew in blood. Each victory was a brick in the fortress of his soul. He was no longer a victim. He was the storm that follows the drought. By the first snow of winter, he stood before the iron gates of the capital. He did not ask for mercy. He did not seek a parley. Kalen drew his blade, his eyes reflecting the lightning, and walked directly into the waiting storm.
So there you have it, an overview of how to create content here on MagicLight. All of these different versions here are easy to use, and the kids story video option here is actually built for creating kids stories really fast and really easy. You can see here that it says, please enter an original story with a main character. I would suggest going over to YouTube, finding some story channels, transcribing them with something like Notebook LM, and then taking that and throwing it in here to test out some of these videos. For now, let's just try a really quick example. If I click on rainbow, it'll load a prompt in here. It says, Lila loved the sky after rain. The air smelled fresh, drops sparkled on the grass, and sometimes she was lucky, a rainbow appeared one day after the storm. So now it's giving us a prompt in here. And down here, you have the option to select your style, and you have the aspect ratio, so 16:9, 9:16, the video duration. We can click here and we can change this to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or customize like we saw before. The language, the story model, the voiceover, and the background music. For now, I'm going to leave this all set like this. I'm just going to hit next. And as you can see, it's generating our character for us just like it did before. So the process here is the same as we saw earlier. The only thing is that this is built directly for children's stories. The same thing will apply for the explainer videos and also for the religious videos. Now, there's two more things I want to show you really fast, and that is the Magic Claw feature. Now, some of you have heard of OpenClaw. This is Magic Claw. So it's basically an OpenClaw that's been optimized and prepared for you guys to use to create content with. You can see here, it's got a message that says, hello, I'm Magic Claw, the creative assistant. I can create images and videos, ideate narratives, and more. What would you like to create? If I click here on About Magic Claw, it gives us a quick breakdown. So Magic Claw is an AI agent designed to help users grow and manage social media channels more efficiently. It discovers trending content across YouTube, X, and TikTok, helping users find high potential topics faster by combining trending topics with user preferences. Magic Claw can plan series content, generate videos on a schedule, and publish them automatically. After publishing, it also tracks channel performance, collects key metrics like views and engagement, and provides insights to help users improve content strategy and scale what works, from trend discovery and content creation to automated publishing and performance analysis. Magic Claw delivers an end-to-end solution for smarter social media growth. So this is awesome because once you have your style, your aesthetic locked down inside of the main tool, you can come over to Magic Claw and start working with it to actually post the content for you and to do analysis and schedule out some of this work. Have the agent go to work for you. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys is here on the left in this earnings section. If we click here, you'll see that it shows you the revenue overview. So it says total paid out. So you can actually make money from creating characters, polishing skills, or visual styles, and you can get paid out when people use it. So here it shows you the monthly creator earnings leaderboard updated on April 29th. So this is very recent. And it's got the monthly rankings showing you how much people are making per month. And there's some people making almost $2,000 from using this platform. I think this feature here makes this platform a win-win. So not only can you use it and use features like the OpenClaw feature, you create long form content for YouTube, but you can also get monetized for creating here on the platform. And you won't be the only one. If we scroll through here, we can see there are multiple people taking advantage of this. Now, if you want to see how these people are making money, come over here to the asset store and you can click on characters. And here you can see some characters, but if you look down here at the bottom, you can see the users that are creating these characters. Same will apply for the visual style and the polished skills. And here at the top, you can see it says polished skills, create polished skills, earn passive income. You can actually preview preview and use these right away just by clicking here on the preview button. You can see here on the right, it has the details and it tells you the category, best for, and the price. So this one's currently free, but you can charge for these. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just remember that the links for MagicLight are down in the description and the pinned comments. Go down there, sign up for a free account and start testing out the tool yourself. Don't forget to take advantage of all the features and see if you can start monetizing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and don't forget that I'm currently hooking up my audience with a free auto DM and comment tool, an alternative to ManyChat. If you guys are interested in using that to automate your comments and DMs on Instagram, just know that you can access that for free. The links will be down in the description and the pinned comments as well. So go down there, test it out, and let me know what you think. So if you want to learn how to make your scripts and your content sound more human, then watch the video that's showing up here on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I will catch you all in the next video.